What's up guys, Jason here. In this video I'm going to be teaching you how to make a simple and efficient automatic Minecraft Bedrock mushroom farm. This farm works on 1.16 and on all other versions of Minecraft Bedrock, whether you play on a phone, tablet, Xbox, PS4, Nintendo Switch, or PC. By the way, this farm will make mushrooms grow a lot faster than they would grow normally. Mushrooms can be used to make stews and to make fermented spider eyes. Fermented spider eyes are necessary for making certain potions. For this farm, all you'll need is 2 chests, 1 hopper, 3 levers, 4 sticky pistons, 8 pistons, 2 observers, 7 redstone repeaters, 12 glass blocks, 14 rails, 2 powered rails, 33 redstone, 1 redstone torch, 1 minecart hopper, 12 sand, about a stack and a half of solid blocks, so you guys can use any type of solid block that you want, and finally some mushrooms. By the way, if you guys only want to grow one type of mushroom in this farm, just bring 4 of that mushroom. The first step is to take some solid blocks, so you guys can use any type of solid block that you want. Now place down 2. Then place 1 over here, and 1 over here. Then break the center block. After creating that shape, place a lever over here, redstone torch at this spot, redstone repeater over here. Make sure the 2 prongs of that redstone repeater are facing that way. Now place a redstone at the spot. As you guys can see there, that should create a redstone clock. Once you have created that redstone clock, flick this lever down to shut it off. The next step is to place 4 blocks over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then place 4 sticky pistons over here. Make sure all of those sticky pistons are facing this way. After placing your 4 sticky pistons, come to the back of the farm. Then place 4 blocks over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then place down 5 redstone. All of that redstone should connect to those sticky pistons. The next step is to place a sand block in front of each sticky piston. Then place 2 sand blocks on top of the extended portion of each sticky piston. By the way, when you guys are placing your sand, make sure that you do not accidentally place any sand in this trench over here. The next step is to place 5 blocks over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then place 3 over here and 2 over here. Now place 3 at this spot. Then come to the back. Then place down 5. Finally place 1 over here. That sand and sticky piston system will update our mushrooms so they spread at a faster rate than they normally would. The next step is to place 4 blocks over here. Then place 3 over here, 2 over here, and 1 at this spot. Once you have finished creating that shape, come to the back. Now place 3 blocks over here, 2 over here, and 1 at this spot. Then place 4 blocks over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then place down 4 blocks at this spot, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now place 2 blocks over here, 2 over here, and 2 over here. By placing those blocks, we will make it dark enough for us to plant mushrooms in this farm. The next step is to come over here. Now plant either a brown or red mushroom on top of each sand block. The mushrooms that you guys choose to plant will be the mushrooms that grow in this farm. After planting your mushrooms, place a block at this spot. Now break this block, these 2 blocks, and these 2 blocks. Then place a block at this spot. Then place 3 over here, 2 over here, and 1 at this spot. The next step is to come to the back of the farm. Then place 3 blocks over here, 2 over here, and 1 at this spot. The next step is to place 4 blocks over here, and 4 blocks on top. Then place 4 blocks on this side. Then come down here. Now place down 4 pistons. Make sure all those pistons are facing downwards. Those pistons will automatically harvest the mushrooms that are generated on this side of the farm. The next step is to place 4 blocks over here. Then place 4 glass blocks below them. Those glass blocks will allow you to watch as mushrooms grow in this farm. After placing those glass blocks, place 4 blocks over here. By creating this overhang, we will ensure that it is dark enough for mushrooms to grow. The next step is to go to the front of the farm. Now place 4 blocks over here. Then come down here and place down 4 pistons. Make sure all those pistons are facing downwards. Those pistons will harvest the mushrooms that grow on this side of the farm. After placing those pistons, place 4 blocks over here. And 4 glass blocks at this spot. Then place 4 blocks over here. The next step is to come over here. Now break this block and place down an observer. Make sure the eye of this observer is facing this way. Then place 2 blocks over here, 2 over here, and finally 2 more over here. Now turn over this way. Now place a redstone at this spot and a redstone repeater over here. Make sure the 2 prongs of this redstone repeater are facing that way. Then turn over this direction, place another redstone repeater over here. Make sure the 2 prongs of the redstone repeater are facing that way. Now place 2 redstone over here. Then turn over this direction and place a redstone repeater at the spot. Make sure the two prongs of that redstone repeater are facing that way. Once you guys are done that step, you should create a redstone system that looks like this. By creating this redstone system, we will prevent our observer from causing the pistons to constantly fire. The next step is to turn over this direction. Now place 2 blocks over here, glass block on top of this spot, and block on top. Now place a glass block at this spot as well. Then break these 2 blocks. Finally, place 2 blocks over here. The next step is to place 10 redstone over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That redstone will connect the redstone signal from the observer all the way over to the pistons underneath these blocks. How this redstone system works is whenever a mushroom grows at that spot, the observer will detect that and send a redstone signal all the way over to these pistons. That will cause the pistons to fire once, so all the mushrooms on this side of the farm will be harvested. The next step is to come over to this side of the farm. Now break this block, then place an observer over here. Make sure the eye of this observer is facing this way. Then place 2 blocks over here, 2 over here, and 2 over here. Now turn over this direction, then place a redstone at the spot and a redstone repeater over here. Make sure the 2 prongs of that redstone repeater are facing that way. Then turn over this direction and place a redstone repeater at the spot. Make sure the 2 prongs of that redstone repeater are facing that way. Now place 2 redstone over here. Then turn over this direction and place a redstone repeater at the spot. Make sure the 2 prongs of that redstone repeater are facing that way. Once you guys are done with that step, you should have a redstone system that looks like this. The next step is to come over here. Now place 2 blocks at this spot. Now place a glass block over here and a block on top. Then place another glass block at this spot. Then break these 2 blocks. Once you have done that, place 2 blocks over here. The next step is to place 10 redstone like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That redstone will connect this observer to the pistons that are below these blocks. Whenever a mushroom grows over there, the observer will detect that and send a redstone signal to cause the pistons on this side of the farm to fire once, so all the mushrooms on this side of the farm will be harvested. After you guys are done placing that redstone, place a redstone at the spot. I will connect those 2 redstone lines so the pistons will harvest mushrooms more often. The next step is to come over to the spot, then crouch down and place 2 chests. Then crouch down and place your hopper over here. Make sure that hopper funnels downwards towards the chest. You guys can tell that hopper is falling towards the chest because the nulls of it should be pointing towards the chest. After placing that hopper, crouch down and place a slab at this spot. Then place 2 blocks over here. Once you have done that, place a powered rail at the spot. Then place a lever over here and flick it down. That should cause that powered rail to become powered. The next step is to crouch down and place 7 rails over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then come over here. Now place down 2 rails. Now place 5 rails over here. The next step is to place 2 blocks at this spot and a block over here. After doing that, place a power rail at this spot. Now break this block, then place a lever over here and flick it down. That should cause that power rail to become powered. The final step is to place a minecart hopper over here. As you guys can see here, the minecart hopper should travel back and forth to collect all the mushrooms that are harvested in this farm. Whenever the minecart hopper passes over that hopper, the mushrooms inside of it will get funneled down into this collections chest. I am now going to do a quick fly around so you guys can check and make sure I've made this farm correctly. The front of your farm should be looking like this. This side should be looking like this. The back should be looking like this. And finally, this side should be looking like this. How this farm works is, whenever you click that lever, it will activate our stand and sticky piston system, so the mushrooms will grow at a faster rate. Whenever a mushroom grows next to one of the observers, a redstone signal will be sent to all the pistons to cause them to all fire down and harvest all the mushrooms. The mushrooms will then be collected by the minecart hopper, funneled into that hopper, and funneled into the collections chest. I am now going to show you all how to use this farm. To use it, flick this lever. Now just wait. Mushrooms should start growing on both sides, then getting automatically harvested and funneled into the collections chest. As you guys can see here, all the mushrooms will be funneled into this collections chest. By the way, you guys should only have this farm on when you're standing in the area. If you guys are going to leave the area or leave the game, flick this lever down to shut the farm off first. That is because leaving the area or leaving the game while the farm is on can cause it to break down. If this farm does not work for you, then check to see if any sand is falling down here. If any sand is falling down there, you will need to break it. Also, check to see if you made this farm on a chunk border. If you made this farm on a chunk border, you will need to remake it so that it's on one chunk. I hope you all enjoyed learning how to make this simple and efficient Minecraft Bedrock mushroom farm. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions for what I should do in future videos. Please like, comment, subscribe, and check out my other Minecraft videos. I upload every day. Thanks for watching.